is what it is. It's still Camp Cryptid. We're still here. We're still going. It's episode 3.
Let me just put on some sunblock because we're going to be in the sun at camp today.
You guys know what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing right now?
I'm sending Grant to TikTok.
What?
Nice.
We're about to record, you silly man.
I just sent it.
I mean, this is the same night that we're recording from last week, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
No. And yet somehow
It's a different time.
No,
It's definitely not.
It's a
I'm
different
not
day.
going to watch it until after, like a good coworker.
Anyway, we're really excited to be doing episode 3. It's going to be crazy wild. We ended on a really cool note last time that I'll recap here in a sec. But before we get into that, we got our usual announcement. Grant, what you got for us?
All right, guys, get ready for some bright futures on the YouTube and the podcast. Get your sunblock, get your sunglasses, because let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff coming up. I can't do this. Analogy broke down. YouTube, thanks for watching. Podcast, thanks for listening. As always, we'd love to have you over at Twitch. YouTube recently passed Twitch in subs, which, I mean, is very exciting. But come on.
2 weeks from now.
We'd really like to see you on
even
Twitch.
farther.
Yeah. We'd really like to see you on Twitch.
That's right.
You know, dropping a follow. Also, it primes, if you have Amazon Prime, right? You can subscribe for free once a month. It's not renewable, so if you've done it once, then you could do it again. Aaron, sorry, I took that part.
No. It's now you explained it terribly. You would have to redo it. You can definitely do it more than once. The same channel, but you have to do it manually.
You can subscribe for free with Prime, and it helps us. That's all I'm saying. And so, yeah, hop over to Twitch, say hi in chat. You know, this is pre-recorded. Also, that's another thing to say.
When did Drew get a hat?
When did you get a hat?
Aaron, what do you got for us?
Sup, you punks? We have a Discord that you should be in, and if you aren't, what the crap? It's awesome over there.
I thought you were just going to stop there for a second.
I'm eating pizza, dog. I expected you to go third.
Did you take a bite before you did the plug?
Yeah, I didn't know she was going to call on me. So you should be there. It's awesome. Sometimes like we'll hang out in the voice chats and talk. Sometimes I stream games and other people stream things. We have recipes in there. We've got memes. We have out of context quotes. My current favorite is Grant saying, "I want to stick my ginger in your glove box, Aaron." It's awesome. You should be there. Also, we have a website where you can buy merchandise like this hat.
Oh,
not this one, but other ones.
Lydia
like
has a website with shirts like this.
And Lydia has a website where you can buy these, like some shirts that look like this and pillows. And there was a time where you could get a notebook, but you can't do that anymore. So now I'm the only one. Yeah, do that. That's the end of my bit.
Thanks, Aaron. Take it away, DJ.
So while you're hanging out on Discord, you can also be cackling as you look at our other social medias. We got Twitter, we got Facebook. Don't go look at the Facebook.
But we don't even need to plug that one at this point. We don't really touch that one.
Just there
go
for
to
the
Instagram.
older generation. It's very important to have Facebook.
It's just there so nobody else can have it. We're just selfish in that way.
Drew's stare is killing me.
We also got like Twitter. You know, we're on YouTube. We're not on Pinterest. Maybe we should get on Pinterest. Maybe we should start pinning, guys.
Shout out Facebook.
No, don't give me more to do.
More than any of that, we do love our TikToks. Just ask Drew. He spends his spare time just scrolling through our TikToks and laughing his butt off.
Pretty funny.
Secret. It's pretty great.
We have a lot of TikTok enjoyers.
Yes, the TikTok is great. We really enjoy the TikToks. That's just basically a highlight reel of usually our funnier moments, sometimes our more serious moments. Would like to point out that our most successful TikTok is of a very serious moment and some pretty intimate role play. Pretty good. A little spice. So go check that out. See if you know which one we're talking about.
Muy
but yeah.
caliente.
Also, if you're coming over from TikTok or any of the other social media platforms, what's up? Happy you're here. Enjoy the show.
Talk about it. Tell us about it. Tell us where you're from. Where did you be? Well,
in chat
where
right
did you
now.
find us?
Right now. And lastly,
Discord. That's pretty cool.
Drew, we love you aggressively.
This Zoom call ain't big enough for the both
Did you
of
say
us.
they can buy Camp Cryptid shirts on
Yes,
your website?
you did.
Yes,
You were the one who
you
said
did,
it.
in fact.
I just wasn't sure
You
if it was
said
clear.
that.
You know, LydiaCorin.com. It'll be in chat.
It's not corn. It's
I said corn.
there's a Y. It's
Yeah.
corn.
LYDIAK.
Anyway, we got a lot to do today with episode 3. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. I am unknown and will remain that way. A secret to the world, I will always stay. I lurk in the shadows and stay out of sight. But those who do see me, I will be sure to fright. Welcome back to episode 3, Camp Cryptid. Previously, in our past 2 episodes, our campers arrived at Camp Cryptid. Actually, more specifically, Frankie, our human, disguised as a sheep squatch, showed up at Camp Cryptid to find that it is not a normal summer camp. It is a summer camp for cryptid kids.
I'm the only human.
Frankie quickly joined a group. Again, he was disguised as sheep squatch. They were unaware of his human being, and they partook in various activities. They established their skills, got some items, but all was fun and games until Gracie, their camp counselor, mysteriously disappeared into the night. Our campers then gathered clues throughout the camp and from camp staff. They talked to Sassy, they talked to Myth, they talked to Jerry, the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge, and collected information on Gracie and what has and may have happened to her. Now our campers are being kept in Sassy's office as she navigates finding them a new counselor, and more specifically, Jackson has taken Frankie off to the side and has uncovered a rather large secret of Frankie's.
What are you doing here?
Look.
What are you?
I don't know. All I know is that I got a brochure, and I think I'm the only human. But listen.
So you're a real human? Prove it.
Do you promise you won't tell anybody?
I'm the one asking the questions here. That wasn't
Frankie.
a question, and I'm fully aware of it.
Frankie will, he won't unhood. He won't do that. But what he will do is he'll reach back and he'll pull out one of his 3 books. And this book is called Cryptids, Fact or Fiction, ? He basically pulls out this book and says, look, this is how I know about all of this.
What is that? Is that a weapon?
No. Have you ever seen a book before?
No.
Of course I've seen a book. Never seen a human book.
It says Cryptids, Fact or Fiction. And look. Hey, you're still holding him up, and he's like flipping. He's like, look, there's Sasquatch. There's Sheep Squatch. See, and if I flip way back here, you're like Spring Hill Jack's kid, right?
Yeah.
he's
I'm
like,
a Spring Hill Jack.
He finds Spring Hill Jack, and like, look, see, it's written about Spring Hill Jack is what it's called, and
Real closely, I read it and I go,
Uh-huh.
I've never been to Brightheim.
Listen, I swear I'm harmless. I don't know how I got here. You saw Grace sent me the brochure. I don't want to be here. I don't know how I got here. I just thought this would be a camp where we could think cryptids are cool. You know, my mom, Junie Palmer, okay? My mom thinks cryptids are real, and that's the only reason I know about
Thinks cryptids are real.
I didn't know you guys were real until yesterday. When did I get here? Yesterday? Until yesterday. Okay?
Nice break.
So, I have no intention of hurting anybody here. I just don't want to be killed. okay? And Gracie's nice. I want to save Gracie too, I guess.
I mean, it's not really that
please
big
don't
of a
hurt
deal
me.
if you die, though. Like, you just poof, and then you're back.
No. You poof and you're back. Humans, when they die, they're gone. Do you understand? If
Seems
I
like
die,
an incredibly exploitable weakness.
you're evil.
I set him on the ground, and I'm just like...
This got very dark.
Frankie gets him like kind of like a pose like, are you gonna try anything?
So you eat cryptids? Like, is that a thing that you do?
No, are you kidding me? No. I eat
So
Lucky
like,
Charms.
what do humans even do?
Well, they work
Like, I jump good and breathe fire.
Oh, humans, we can do this. He does a Fortnite dance. Wait, does Fortnite exist at this point in time?
Sure, it does now.
He does the freaking, he does the orange justice.
I'm like, what witchcraft are you casting?
He's like, look, man, humans don't do a lot. They have babies, and then they go to work, and they have to they have to go to school,
A bees.
eat food. I don't know, man.
I love
to the
that
moon
this is the thing that I have, this is my contribution to Camp Cryptids is just mispronouncing English words terribly.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, because I think the fact that you are something that technically doesn't exist is pretty metal. I think
Gotcha, man.
that you and I are on the same side here.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think that you're here to do anything messed up in the bad way, because I'm super down for messed up in the good way.
Aaron's about to admit that he kidnapped Gracie.
So from what I understand, you didn't kidnap Gracie.
No. Gracie's the one that kidnapped me, kind of.
Well, I mean, I think you showed up here willingly, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So, you want to leave here. We don't want you here. But, you can get into the forest.
Theoretically, I mean, if what everybody's saying is correct, then I should be able to leave, right?
So I'll make you a deal. You help me, mainly. Technically us. I don't consider the other two and I a group. But
Okay.
technically us find whatever is left of Gracie after your people have ripped her to shreds.
We wouldn't do that. She's not dead, okay?
Theoretically, we'll put a pin in it. So you help us find the missing thing, and then you can scurry on. No one will know a thing.
Okay. But you can't tell anybody that I'm a human.
Do I look like someone who would ever tell a secret? Answer very carefully.
You guys do start to hear Sassy pretty big, so you can kind of hear her footsteps as she's trying to make her way over, trying to look for you guys.
We will return to this. We're going to now look as though we are returning from washing your hands from you touching that strange squiggle stick.
Like as Sassy turns the corner,
Squiggle
wow,
stick.
my hands feel so clean. They smell way better than kids.
Of course, we admire cleanliness here at Camp Cryptid.
Cleanliness is next to
All right, well,
managementliness.
come on, get hurrying back. I'm still deciding on your counselors. I left them
Yep.
to keep watching the other
Of
two. Come on, let's
course.
get going.
We respect authority. Can we keep
So
going?
is Sassy not watching us?
Sassy's not. There are others that are
Capitalize.
watching you, though.
They're
There's
watching
actually
us.
you actually see three, and kid, you recognize these three. You see they're kind of like peeking their head in, kind of unsure of what to do with you two. You see at the very like base, like closer towards the ground, is Rooney, the cockatrice.
Yep, the cockatrice.
Poking his head in. Mm-hmm. Right above that, you see a more humanoid looking, although you wouldn't know it was humanoid, but for visual depiction, female face, as it is Melody, the siren, poking her head in, right just over top. And then a little bit higher up, you see the terrifying dark mass that is Fluffy the unicorn peeking in.
Oh, I was not. I thought you were going to talk about Luna. Okay, here's the plan. NJ.
Yes.
Make yourself big as possible. Now, go.
Why?
Do it.
You'd be a really cool person.
Okay.
Great. I dive off the beanbag as he expands to his largest size. And while he is big, and basically I assume, or I'm hoping, is trying to block the door or the vision from the door, I would like to attempt to capitalize on finding the key.
Okay, first of all, NJ, how big are you going?
All the way, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Destroys the office.
I mean, I don't want to how big is this office? Okay.
I mean, it's pretty big because it's supposed to fit Sassy.
If I was as big as like a horse, would that sufficiently block the doorway?
No. Probably not.
School bus.
I'd say horse is probably the most comfortable size you could go.
Okay.
Go as big as you can to fill the space.
However, it will still make a kid a bit visible.
Okay.
Bigger.
Okay.
Push your limits.
Now, how big can I go?
As big as needed, please, GM. Please, I've tried to get these keys 3 times.
Even further beyond.
Hold on, kid.
Even further beyond. Or as NJ would do it.
Now, here's the deal. So NJ can not actually like just poof into a giant thing.
Yeah,
NJ's thing takes time.
grow. Yeah.
So NJ's kind of slowly growing, and
As
you just
like
see
Whistling.
you just see NJ. You make direct eye contact with Fluffy the unicorn. Fluffy is a giant unicorn with all black matted fur. The mane covers half of the face, and the eyes are this like literal red flame. And there's a curly little horn coming out of his forehead.
This is literally my idol.
But like the eyes are wide, the nostrils actually have steam coming out up through them, and you just make direct eye contact with him, and he just
DJ
goes.
has entered the chat.
Jay.
Be brave, NJ. I'm like,
keep it together, Drew. Keep it together.
like half-inch steps at a time. Like,
I mean, is he trying to like intimidate me? Or...
I was just about to ask. I would like you to make. Well, actually, what is your charm or scare score?
Charm of 6.
Charm is 6. What's your scare?
Less than that.
Okay.
Is a 5.
I rolled a 9 on die.
That's.
Oh no.
I slap him in the butt. Athletic encouragement. You got it. Come on, Drew. You can do this. Let me help you.
As you start to shrink back down, Sassy does round the corner with Frankie and Jackson.
NJ.
I've never felt cleaner.
I stomp back over to a beanbag and I plop my little butt down, so exasperated.
All right, campers, you're all back together. I am going to talk amongst the three, see what all we're thinking, kind of deal, and we'll get this figured out for you all. All right.
You got it.
Thin down.
Thank you, Sassy.
What's up, NJ?
Can you go get some of those sweet like little granola things? The sweet
Sweet oats.
the sweet
Little
oats.
sweet oats.
Yeah.
I'll get you some right after this, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now is your time, kid. As Sassy does huddle up with the three. Now, here's how this is going to work. This is actually going to be a bit of a rolling challenge for you guys. Sassy, how this is going to work is Sassy is huddled up with the group. Every now and then, a counselor or Sassy is going to look over their shoulder back to check on you guys. In between those glances is your time to do something. You have to make some kind of roll, and you have to explain to me what you are doing.
So this is the first one, I'd assume?
This will be the first one. They've just cuddled up. What we're going to actually do is I'm going to have us do the kind of initiative thing here, which is, let me pull it up. With our initiative thing, that is going to go based on your reflexes. So whoever has the highest reflex will go. If we're all tied on reflex, then we're going to roll.
I have a 5.
Strong 5.
Does everybody have 5, or does anybody have an extra?
Sorry,
I don't remember.
Skill again?
Reflex. Does anybody have a bonus?
I have a 6, so I have +1.
Okay, so Frankie's automatically going to get the first one. And then the rest. And then NJ, what do you have?
I also have 5.
You have a 5? Okay, then you 3 go ahead and roll.
Okay.
8.
Or 0. I know what you want to do.
It's a 10.
Okay. That'll be
It's
a
always a
10, 8, and then what did NJ get?
3.
3? Okay, so you all will get a turn before they look back. They
Nice.
are the last in the round.
Nice.
So it'll
Sweet.
go Frankie, Kid, Jackson, NJ, and then Camp Counselor.
Okay.
All right, and you get to do one thing on your turn.
I guess I suppose if it's my turn first,
Yes, I'm going to kind of explain the room first so you know kind of
Okay.
spots you can look at.
that'd be great.
And what you can do with it. Now remember, so this is Sassy's office. So everything is kind of scaled up. So a lot of the things are going to take time to navigate. I am going to allow you guys to do movement and stuff in your turn as well. But yeah, so you can move and you can do a thing, but you have to explain to me what you're doing and how you are gonna play it off if they turn around and see you doing it, kind of deal. So if you can get it, we'll navigate the roles on how to do it later, kind of deal. So yeah, so what you see is there is Sassy's desk, and Sassy's desk has 3 drawers to it. They're off on the one side. It's kind of 3 stacked up on one side, and then it's kind of the rest of the desk is right there, kind of deal. You are aware that the bottom one is filled with oats. You do not know what is in the other 2. There is also a pretty large chest off to one of the corners. And then next to it is a bookshelf. Above the chest are kind of like wall shelves with some knickknacks and items on them. And then there is a kind of like, there's another little section shelf thing that has a bunch of spare supplies, basically, for if campers lose any items or need something kind of deal. That's what it looks like. It's like extra backups kind of stuff. And that's pretty much what the main things you see in the room.
I don't suppose there's any knickknacks on the shelves that happen to be like labeled like vault key.
You'll have to
question,
find that out on your turn.
I should ask, Kid in the last episode found a couple of places that, like, the key, like, there was a better chance of it being hidden. Or is that just these? Are the places
Basically,
that
these are the spots that Kid would have noticed that would have been kind of key point
The
hiding
shelves,
places.
the chest, or the drawers.
Yeah, you've got the drawers, you've got the chest, you've got the wall shelves, you've got the bookshelves.
Okay, well, if I may, I think Frankie would go to the desk first, because, I mean, that seems like the most logical thing to him. And if he said he was hungry earlier, so if he's questioned, he'll just say that he's getting oats because he's like hungry, you know.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I want to, if possible, I'd like to open the other drawers. If I can only pick one, I'll pick the second from the top.
Second from the top.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna walk over there, try to get kind of small and like squeak it open and just take a look, maybe rummage a little.
Mm-hmm. So for this, it's actually kind of like higher up. So what I'm going to...
Sasquatch.
Yeah. So what I would like for you to do is either do an agility or a strength.
Okay, let me take a look here. Right, I'll do a strength.
Okay.
I'll do strength to see if I can, I'm guessing, like, pull myself up and look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull yourself up and get kind of some leverage to pull the drawer out.
Here we go. A 6. So
yeah, you climb up, you get a hold of the handle, and you kind of prop your feet on that bottom drawer, and then use that leverage to pull it out, and you are able to kind of peek in a little bit. What this looks like is it looks like a bunch of files. You don't know what particular, they're like alphabetized kind of deal, but there's files.
Well, then I'll try to push the
mail files.
I'll try to push
I was
it
thinking
back
like
in
metal
and then that'll be
files,
nice.
and I was like, that's really weird.
Ew.
So you try to push it back?
Mhm.
I'm going to say with a 6, you're kind of hanging there.
Not. Oh, good. All right. Well, I suppose that's all I can do. Huh?
You're kind of hanging there looking into the files. And we are going to move to Kid. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go over there since there's now the drawers open, same place that Frankie's at, and I'm gonna try and use Frankie as my leverage along with my lit agility to jump around and kind of do whatever to open the first drawer, the topmost drawer. And if we were to like have to, do a thing, we'll quickly step down and then we'll be working on our handshake.
Go ahead and make an agility test for me.
Who opened drawers in a handshake? Just a normal
day at camp.
Kids interaction.
That'd be a 8.
An
7
8.
plus 1.
Yeah, you kind of spring up. It startles you a bit, Frankie, and it kind of like almost makes you fall a bit as Kid is kind of climbing you. But he does it with great skill, fancy footwork, and is able to, you actually are able to kind of spring up onto the desk and then pull it out from on top of the desk. And as you look in, this one looks to be a kind of a junk drawer kind of deal.
Drawer, yes.
A drunk drawer, yeah. It's
full of alcohol.
No, junk drawer. It's a junk drawer. You see, in what's the movie?
Jello?
Christmas Carol, where the teacher has the one that's filled with like a bunch of like the prank items.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially that, except it's like instead of like fake bugs, it's real bugs. Like there is legitimate like teeth in there kind of deal.
Nice. Do we happen to see a key or object that could be used as a key, not per se a traditional key? Actually, that's probably a good idea. We should probably figure out if we're looking for an actual key, if we're looking for like a locket or something like that you push into a socket or something.
As of right now, you can't really like investigate it a whole bunch, but you're on the desk and you see that this is a junk drawer.
I get into an athletic stance, so if I have to spring down, grab Frankie, and start doing a handshake, I'm ready.
Okay, then Jackson, what are you doing?
Okay, I would like to move over to where the like extra camper stuff is. And I would like to use my scare for the next time that they look over to basically draw their attention as, oh, this kid is the troublemaker standing next to a bunch of equipment. he's probably stealing something. So they'd rather look at me than the other people who are trying to steal something.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to have you actually hold your roll until it is their turn. NJ, what are you doing?
Is there a window in this room by chance?
There is.
Okay.
There's actually a few windows around.
How is the chest any close to the window at all?
There's the chest, it's against a wall, and then there's the wall shelves above it, but right to like the side of it, there is a window
right
there.
Next. That perfect. So I am going to very obviously struggle to attempt and get like on top of the chest in order to pretend like I'm just trying to get a better view through the window. Well, actually, I want to get on top of the chest and look at the shelf stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and I'm going to have you make an agility test.
Okay.
With your little flipper body.
With my little flipper body.
Your little flipper body.
The little flipper body.
Your small to large flipper body.
Oof.
Oh.
That's not a great flipper body.
Oh, no.
That's a 3.
The 3.
I don't even make it on the chest.
You get up there and you go to like jump up on the chest, but it's very much that like you know when like the dogs go to jump on the couch and they just miss and they like flop back.
Yeah.
That is exactly. NJ like belly flops onto the side of the chest and like falls back.
I like to imagine he's just stuck there. He's literally just up against the side of the chest.
The mucus body that you have.
And the sound it makes is like the like, you know in those dog videos where they have like funny noise effects, that happens.
Although in bumping into the chest, it did kind of like prop open a little bit. So you can see it's pretty easy to open. But it didn't like open all the way for you to see into it, kind of deal.
Okay.
That'll lead us to the camp counselors. Jackson, go ahead and make your scare test.
That will be not as incredible as I would like. It's an 8.
An 8.
Yep.
While he does that, I Toy Story it and I just go limp on the desk.
Fainting goat. It's a fainting goat.
Exactly.
What ends up happening is all of you hear the kind of movement of it.
NJ is still trying to get on top of the chest. Like he's just like pathetically just kind of reaching, trying to reach one of his flippers over and like slowly pull himself up.
Sliding.
You hear the movement of it as Fluffy's head slowly moves into the room. And it is located directly at Jackson.
I'm like, so.
Hand in the cookie jar.
The nostrils flare a bit, and then the head just slowly moves back out. All right, Frankie, what are you doing?
Why does he have to be so cool?
All right, Frankie will get down.
It's up, Frankie.
Would I be able to push in the drawer with a free action, or should I leave it open?
It is up to you. Whatever you want to do with it.
Would I still have an action if I push it in?
You get with your roll, you will be able to push it back closed.
Okay,
your last roll,
Yeah.
you were able to push it closed and do a different roll this turn. Yeah.
Sweet. So he makes sure the drawer is closed. We're all good. The next place he'll look is he will try to look at the trinkets. You said it was on the shelf above the chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he will step over NJ, just on his back, flailing, and he'll just step over NJ and then just step onto the chest and look at the trinkets, if possible, and see if he can spot the key.
Okay, go ahead and make a sense check for me.
Okay. 0 is a 10, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So that's an 11 then.
You do not see the key. You see a lot of really cool souvenirs. There's some really cool souvenirs. There's some really weird bones. And you actually do see that mouse you assembled earlier is actually sitting up there on that chest as well.
Like next to me on the chest?
Like on the shelf.
Oh, on the shelf. First Frankie will just whisper, "The key's not up here. My little mouse is. I don't know how it got up here." And he, if possible, he'd like to try to retrieve the mouse.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's your mouse, so it'll come to you if you want it to.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I guess I kind of hold out my hand, unsure, but like...
You hear a little, like, of the bones as it, like, scurries onto you.
Ew, ew, ew. That's just what he's doing. He's just on the chest, like, grossed out at this little mouse thing.
Jealousy radiates.
All right, kid, what are you doing?
I kick the door closed. The drawer closed. I hop down. I'm gonna pull open the door with the oats. I'm gonna see if like the key is like buried under this pile of oats in the bottom drawer. I'm gonna like start digging through and like pulling it and probably accidentally making a mess, but I'll try not to.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sense check.
Can't be like a strength as my biceps ripple as I'm moving these heavy oats aside.
No, they're oats, my guy.
Well, heck you, 9.
You dig around and you actually do feel something kind of small and metallic.
Oh. I pull it out.
Nope. You didn't do the strength check. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm upset right now.
You take it out and you do see a key.
Jackson will mime,
since I probably can't do anything else my turn, I just like
you can still move if you want to move towards Jackson.
I just mime the you having it in the air motion.
I don't know what that means, but I don't want to go towards Jackson because that's farther from the vault. So I just bury my head in the oats.
Okay. Nice.
You're a goat, not an ostrich.
I'm just away at my oats, I'm just nom nom.
Are you still like holding your hand?
No, the key's in my pocket. I'm just like nomming away at some oats.
He's either a genius or an idiot.
Jackson, what are you doing?
Crazy. It just
I will very smoothly and nonchalantly move away from that, and I will just move towards the desk, excuse me. And then I will attempt to do the smooth handoff. And if he can't see me, so I'm just going to try to steal it from him.
Okay.
Just pickpocket? Just straight up?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, and then remind me, do we have something special for when you wanted to do that?
I have a +1 bonus to skill tests involving thievery.
Okay. I'm going to have you do...
Agility?
Yeah, let's go agility.
I'm so good. I have very agile hands.
I have very agile
I have
hands.
incredibly agile hands. What a flex.
9.
9? 100%.
Yeah,
You were stealing. So you're stealing the key from?
Yeah, I'm stealing the key
Kid?
from Kid.
Nice.
It's
And
like
I'll whisper as I go by. I'm like, distraction.
It's very much the scene in Transformers when they're fighting the scorpion thing and they need the credit card to have access to the phone lines. So he goes up to his friends and he's like, "Where's your wallet? Back pocket, back pocket, back pocket." That's what it is.
Obscure movie reference from DJ. Mark it off the
Left cheek.
He said, it's in my back pocket. You have 10 back pockets. Left cheek.
What's happening?
I'm sorry.
The McKells boys.
DJ and I are no. See, it's not even that. It's DJ and I have a
We don't have
strange
time. We're
ability
robbing people.
to quote movies.
NJ, what would you like to do?
Left cheek.
What would NJ like to do? There are oats on the ground.
Oh my gosh.
I love NJ.
I just go over and eat the oats. Like,
Oh, I love it. I love him.
and then like
Yeah.
after he like eats like the 5 that like fell out of the drawer, he just sticks his head
The
in.
5 individual pieces of oats.
I love that there are now 2 heads stuffed in this drawer.
Like, but the rest of NJ is still like on the ground. His neck is just long enough, just that he just
It just like curves in,
he just-
100%.
Could you
I'm
do
not quite
the
that
waddle
tall. I have
for
my
us,
feet are
Drew?
off the ground. Nice. I also love this is what he does. He doesn't just waddle. He goes.
It's his whole.
This
Well,
is the
it's got to be a whole body
the whole
movement.
body.
It's the mouth that really gets it for me, though.
Yeah.
All right, it is now the camp counselor's turn.
Heck them.
Hold on, let me see. Who's gonna?
They
put their head
can't
in?
roll well. I'm gonna channel Drew's magic. They can't roll well.
Oh,
They
Nope.
did, didn't they?
you hear the same shuffle as you see
The Cupid
Fluffy's
shuffle. To the
lean
left,
back
to the
in.
left.
I pop my
nostrils
head up.
flare.
Stop.
So remind me. So there's Kid and NJ who are in the oats drawer.
And that's where his eyes are.
Jackson, where are you
I
at?
am now fully behind the desk because I've walked past a kid and just like grabbed it from him. So like if the desk is here, this is the desk, and they would be. Oh, this is really hard with the thing to do.
You're behind the desk. Yeah, we got it.
Here's the desk, right? They're like here,
Uh-huh.
and I have moved to here.
Okay.
'Cause
So are you
that's
trying
where
to be like
there's
hidden
the
from
door.
view?
It isn't necessarily an intent to hide, but I would be behind the desk if that would cause hitting. I'm not trying to hide. The hands are in the gosh dang hoodie.
Okay.
So as far as
Okay.
I know,
Just
I haven't
kids being
committed a
kids.
crime.
Okay. Okay.
Innocent
I'm
until
gonna
proven
say since both NJ and Kid can be seen with the oats, you are visible. However, it's like you're not And
Yeah,
then
I'm just hanging out.
Frankie, you're up standing on the chest with your mouse,
With a little
right?
skeleton mouse, and
And
he's
what's
just
that?
looking at it.
In other words,
Goodness, I found my one and only
guys,
friend.
in other words, my plan is working perfectly. Where NJ
Exactly, blend in.
NJ just is acting so casual and nobody thinks anything's going on because they're not like NJ's just there. He's just cute. He's just doing his
See,
thing.
this is why on
could
the
suspect little
list of
NJ?
Who could
I-
suspect little NJ?
Suspects?
And therefore, who could suspect any of us? Because surely all of us would be in on something, right?
NJ was on the list of subjects for being too nice.
I rolled a 1. The nostrils flare, and then they dart, and they linger
Wait,
towards
the
where.
nostrils dart?
Yes.
Okay,
let me
gotcha.
finish my sentence, one
Sorry, sorry.
The eyes dart and they lock onto Jackson for just a brief moment, watching him.
They look like money bags.
As he's watching Jackson,
We're slowly
I
rolling
to
back.
have fire erupt from my nostrils like Fluffy, but it's just a bunch of snot. Just
Ew! No, don't do that. The gross
Into the
kids.
oats.
Ew.
And the oats.
I'm out of the oats at this point because I'm having a staring contact with Fluffy.
No, it's not your turn. You don't get to do that. Denied.
Yeah, goat.
I don't want that.
Go get goat somewhere else.
Frankie, what are you gonna do on this next turn?
Frankie will hop down with his little mouse, I guess. Are we still being looked at? Is the unicorn
No.
still here?
Fluffy went back out to the group.
And he'll, not knowing that well, I guess he probably knows the key was found. Either way,
You know.
he's
He
going to
went.
go ahead and look in the chest. Are there Camp Cryptid shirts that are available on LydiaCorin.com?
There
I think
are
you mean Lydia
not.
Corinne.
Oh, that's what I meant, yeah.
You must have been looking for the notebooks.
Yeah, he just kind of creaks open the chest just out of
Reach.
curiosity. He can't
Sure.
help himself.
Sure, go ahead
He's
and
in a
make.
Camp Cryptid
Humans.
camp. What do you expect from him? This is his dream. He's also terrified.
Yeah, I'm gonna say honestly, you don't even have to roll because the chest is pretty easy to open. However, if you want to do something after you open it, then you'll have to do a roll.
I would
you
like to
It's
look.
Gracie.
you open the chest and you see that it is filled with a bunch of those little puppets you saw Sasquatch with before. It is just
Oh my
it is a
God.
giant chest just filled with puppets.
That's terrifying.
Creepy.
And you do see at the top are the last ones that she just used with the other thing. There's the Camp Cryptid sign. There's a little Sasquatch puppet. There's one of the other like cryptids kind of deal. There's one of the mystery magic.
So I'm assuming that none of these look particularly interesting, you know, like burlap with some needles like poked into it, or like anything weird and wacky like that, you know.
No, they're pretty
all
cute
just
puppets.
okay.
Now, the thing is, like, these puppets, what's different from the actual reenactment is these ones are hand puppets. They're not just like the stick puppets, but they're little hand puppets.
That's why we didn't get the bonus
Would I be
for
able
watching
to-
the show, because the real one has the hand puppets.
Oh, would I be able to slip one on?
Which one?
What are my options?
Well, of the top ones, there is
Yeah.
the Sasquatch one, there's the Camp Cryptid sign, and there is the magic one. And then the magic
Slip on
one?
the
I knew
magic
you were
one
gonna
to
pick
see
it.
what
I
happens.
knew you were gonna pick the magic.
As you go to put your hand into the magic one, your hand feels something cold and metal.
Dead body.
In the magic,
Oh god, it's another key. You
I pull it out.
It is
Cursed
another
DM.
key.
Let's go!
No!
I knew it.
Do we need 2 keys or 1 key? Do we need 3
Frankie
keys?
turns.
There's only one right key.
Frankie turns and just point at the key, and then quickly hides it behind his back and closes the chest. Can I do all that?
Mhm.
Awesome. That's what he does.
Kid, what do you do after you see this?
Oh, dog. Okay. Okay, I'm a fast boy. I run over to. Oh, what do? I was gonna help Jackson reach the vault.
I got that. I'm good.
You got that?
I'm good.
Okay, I will sprint over to Frankie. I'll grab his shoulders and like whip him around and grab the key, and then sprint back.
Frankie doesn't know how he got turned around. He really doesn't.
Okay, go ahead and make an agility test for me, kid.
Okay.
Just to see how well you do this.
If I can,
I'm
I'd
sure it's
also
not a
love to toss the second key to Jackson.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not a strength check with his powerful
10?
legs.
11, actually.
11? Oh yeah, easy peasy. And you are able to toss the key to Jackson. Jackson.
I catch
And then
myself.
I just pose.
Jackson
Nice.
just like does a handstand and it goes right into his like pocket. His
It goes
like,
right into
hoodie
the pocket. Yeah,
and then he just
exactly.
gets back onto his feet.
All right, Jackson, what are you doing?
Jackson's gonna catch the
Gonna make a painting.
the gosh dang key out of the air with his teeth. And then he's just going to assume that they're just going to shovel him keys, any key that they find. So he's gonna kick off his shoes and put them in his bag. Then he's just going to yeet himself.
Oh yeah, you're also a jumpy boy.
Uh-huh.
I'm
You're actually
the
the
supreme jump. You like climb things with your goat legs. I
Yeah, no.
jump.
You actually jump.
And the reason he takes off his shoes is that when he jumps, it leaves little scorch marks on the ground. And they would ruin his. I assume that he wears Doc Martens. I'm not sure why.
I'm impressed
I
you can
heat
afford Doc
myself up.
Martens.
100%.
Honestly, he probably stole them.
They're not new. But yeah, and I'm gonna yeet myself up to the vault, and I'll try a key, but I'll be resting against it, and I'll have the keys in my hand, and I'll be trying them behind my head.
Got you.
What
All right, go ahead and make an agility test for me.
What a
Does this
move.
count as thievery? Because I'm trying to steal something.
This
from a
does
vault?
count as thievery.
Oh, thank you, DM. You're so
You're
Okay.
welcome.
kind and
So-
wonderful.
Actually, another
And you
question
look great today. I just really want to let you know that.
is if Jackson were to be like standing on my shoulders, would he be tall enough to naturally reach the vault?
Yes.
So
Oh,
if
is
I'm
it like-
posing,
is it not
if I'm
like on a
posing beneath
counter?
the vault and he's posing up in front of the vault,
So
can we
there's
just
like the
land on my-
desk, and then behind the desk is the vault. But the vault is like there's like the table and the vault deal.
Oh,
deal.
yeah, okay, cool. Never mind. You can't.
So it's kind of like on a little counter space.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll just be
never mind.
hanging out on the counter space, propped up against it, trying to
I
he's behind
love
the
this.
head.
Fluffy's gonna show up and he's gonna be like, okay, so first of all, he was stealing things out of the thing, and then he got towards the vault, and now he's right next to the vault, and he's still gonna be so dumb that he can't figure it out.
It's fine. I'm trying to find a good resting spot. It's not that hard.
I just want to be comfortable.
I will. That would be an 8. Not incredible. I'm rolling pretty bummer.
I need you to roll
I think that Aaron got the equivalent of like a 16 or an 18, and he's like, I'm
Even
a
or
little-
odd for me, please.
Even.
You try this first key. This is. Were you keeping track of which one was which? Were you keeping them in your hands, or did you actually like?
Yeah. So the one that was just thrown to me is in my mouth. So I try the first key.
So you try the first key. Yeah, the first key does not work.
Heck me. I chucked the key out the window. I hit Fluffy.
Well, I still got it in my hands. So I'll like try to unlock. It doesn't work, and then I'll just like, I just drop it. I just drop it into the hoodie. You never know. I might need that key.
Classic move.
All right, NJ, what are you doing?
Okay.
Distraction
Okay.
is your job.
So.
Look
Hold on.
adorable.
I already know that. Okay, that was my plan from the beginning. Thank you very much.
Let's be clear here.
I know what's going
Smart
on.
player. I'm a smart player.
Now, okay, so they're sock puppets, okay? NJ wants to go play with sock puppets, of course.
Of course he does.
So he goes over to the chest,
If only he had
and
hands.
he
Oh my god, I know what he's gonna do.
He opens it up with his snout. He can do that. It's easy.
Yeah, easy. It's not.
And
hard.
then he kind of leans over and like he's like looking down into it, right? And he just starts like nuzzling around, fishing, and he tries to find a sock puppet of a Loch Ness monster, and he's gonna put it on his face.
Yeah, I knew it.
What size are you currently?
I'm small.
You're small. Oh my
whatever-
gosh.
Whatever size he needs to be to fit the sock bucket over his face.
Yeah,
It is.
basically.
It like with this. This is like to fit Sassy's hands. So this is like
Okay.
if you you put like a large bucket over your head.
Perfect.
So it kind of slides over,
Oh,
and the
this
way
is
your body is
perfect.
it's like you got your skinny little neck, and then you got the big little poof of body, and so it kind of just goes over completely. So you just see the flippers poking out.
This is exactly what I
Tell me
wanted.
it has like an actual like openable mouth.
He can put in his
This
mouth.
is
I guess.
exactly what I wanted.
It does, but it's too high up for him to reach. So it just kind of bends at the middle of the neck with
That's so
NJ.
Yeah.
funny.
So NJ now kind unable to see properly. He's just like looking around. And he's just like, Frankie, look, I'm the Loch Ness monster.
Oh my god, you're so cute! Roll a
I
charm
know.
test for me, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I knew that already.
Let's go. That will be. Let me just double check. That's an 11.
Nice.
That's a
Jackson
one
throws
charming
up
Loch Ness
by
monster.
being too close to something that adorable.
All right, which one is it? Oh, this is freaking perfect. Okay, it's Camp Counselor's turn. The Camp Counselor that pokes in. You hear a kind of like flopping noise. As you see the siren's head poke back in, and you are able to see that like she has a full-on like mermaid fin going on. She is very much in the same flopping situation that NJ is. Immediately sees NJ and is like, "Aww." And then it cuts back out.
That's right.
And thus the tables have turned.
Oh no!
Just so you know, it reminds me. NJ reminds me of there's in the game Monster Hunter. You can get a hat that is just a really long neck with a little floppy dinosaur head on it, and it
100%.
wobbles when you run. Oh man!
Frankie, what are you doing?
Frankie, I have an idea.
Okay.
You know, Frankie, there was a key in the oats. Okay.
Yep.
There was a key in the sock puppets, and for some reason my mouse was in the trinkets. I'm gonna go ahead. It might lead nowhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of survey the room for like a mouse hole or perhaps a little nook in the bookshelf that a mouse might be able to go through to
Okay.
see if I could like send the mouse to retrieve something, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and make a sense check.
Okay. Sense check. That will be a 9.
9? You actually see there's actually quite a few kind of like mouse holes throughout this room. Yeah. They're actually pretty large. They look like they work for something bigger than your mouse.
Oh god.
We're talking about like rat-sized or like raccoon-sized?
Like chunky rat-sized.
Ew,
so like not
Gross.
raccoon-sized, but pretty big, like scary rodent.
Like the scary rat size.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
You do see like several openings of that around the room.
Okay, well,
well.
I suppose I'll go to one that's near the desk if possible.
You're gonna laugh when your mouse gets eaten by a rat.
And I'll try to send the little skeleton rat in there. Just like, I'll try to talk to it. I'll be like, okay, you need to find a key, okay? A key. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get it? No? Okay.
It doesn't have
okay.
ears. It doesn't have
I'll
eardrums anymore.
Just do your
It
best,
can't
A
hear.
long
okay?
piece of iron
What am I doing? And
with a hooky thing on the end.
he'll just kind of
That's right.
like put the rat in front of a hole and like
It scurries in.
Okay,
It's-
good.
That's
It
not
hears
just
you
a
say
robot.
a long iron thing with a hook, and it looks in at the treasure trove of gold, silver, and copper keys. It just goes, "Well, there's nothing I can do."
There's just a horde of keys.
All right, kid, what
None
are
of
you
them are
doing?
iron.
He waits, I guess. Yeah.
See, I've been trying to figure that out. I'm like, do we keep searching for another key? I kind of want to see if Jackson, if his second key. So I will spring up onto the desk, and I'll turn into my goat, and I'm going to try and be. Oh, I got it. Oh my gosh. So I guess this could be a bad idea, but it's fine. I'm gonna spring up onto the desk as a ghost, and then I will hold my action to do like a fainting goat when the camp counselor looks in, just onto the
Okay.
desk. You know, if we wanted to be like, I try and be really cute about it, so like maybe it's like a charm.
Okay, sure. I'll let you do that when it gets to the counselor's turn.
Great.
You will have to make a goat noise, and that is
You will.
non-negotiable.
That is required. Jackson, what are you doing? I think I know what you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and do another agility check. You get your bonus.
Thanks,
Vault.
DM.
Vault.
Let's roll a number
Vault.
that's good.
Vault.
I missed my box.
Vault.
Okay, I would like to roll something above an 8 game, but that's where we're at.
8.
8's pretty good, man.
So you kind of fumble. Again, you're not really looking, so you kind of fumble a little
Well,
bit.
the hard
It's
part
not...
is getting it out of my mouth.
Right.
The first bit, I'm like,
Kind of tasted a little bit. Bleh. So then
This was
you
not
go-
the oats one. This was not the oats one.
No, this was not the oats one at all. You go back, you navigated it, you feel it, you fumble, you kind of find the keyhole, you get it in, you do hear a click.
Okay.
No.
Can I do anything more on this turn, or do I have to wait till next round?
You can remove the lock, but that is about all you can do.
Does
That's
the
why
lock
be careful.
fit?
You want to make sure that
in
if they
my-
look at the vault, it doesn't look suspicious. So the door
Yeah, does the
can't
lock
be open when
fit
they
in
check.
my jacket?
Yeah, I think yeah, if it's in your
I'm just shoving so many things in this.
You have so many things in this.
He just has,
this
like,
hoodie.
he's using one hand
Also, do keep track of what all you have in your hoodie when you add
oh, yeah.
items.
Oh, I'm adding.
Oh, perfect.
And we're talking like a padlock, right?
It's like the I think so. The ones that are like
Yeah, ching ching.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those
the
ones.
incredibly easy to lockpick ones.
Yes.
Um,
There's the key to everything we know as cryptids, protected by this padlock.
100%. NJ, what are you
It's
doing?
just kids.
So are one of the okay? I have a couple questions here, GM.
Okay.
First question is one of the windows open?
No.
No. Problem. Is there a mop in the supplies?
You do not see a mop However, there is a supply closet that you could go over to.
I love the idea of NJ just getting into a like janitor's mop bucket.
Okay. Honestly,
For
still wearing the sock puppet.
Okay.
He walks over to the closet, to the janitor's closet.
Okay.
How tall is the handle? What kind of handle is it?
I'm gonna tell you right now, anything you're gonna do, you're gonna have to do with disadvantage because you cannot see with this thing over your head.
Acceptable. I gladly accept this challenge.
You would not be able to reach it in your current form.
Okay. Okay.
I hope everything in the closet just falls out on him in the sock puppet.
I will. So I will grow to my next size.
Okay.
And then I will just bite the handle and attempt to open the closet door.
Through the puppet.
Yes.
Since I imagine that he's still like halfway through.
Now
the
you are
puppet.
your head literally fills into the puppet.
Nice. Let's go.
You are like your mouth is in the mouth of the puppet.
This is perfect. Okay.
That's all we want.
So I just bite on the handle and turn it.
Okay, go ahead and make another agility check for me, but do 2 rolls, take the lowest one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And you said agility, right?
Yes.
Okay. That would be.
I can't wait for art of this.
A 5.
That would be a 5. You do manage to get a hold of the handle. You are able to turn it. You are not able to actually open the closet yet.
Dang it.
So close.
But you're there.
I'm
You're
just
there.
in the closet.
I'm just like attempting to like stand up on like hind flippers and like I'm reaching towards the handle.
It was the janitor all along.
Old
We all know
man
that
Smithers.
Jared's
All right.
Jimmy's the
It's
real
camp
guy.
counselor's turn.
All right, let's see what you got, kid.
This one is Sassy. Sassy pokes her head in.
The boss.
I didn't hear the sound. No, you have to make
No,
it. You
you
can't.
have to make a goat noise. Oh,
He just dies.
hardly audible. Try again. Roll it back. Roll it back. There we go. That was good. Give it a
Sassy,
6 out of 10.
as Sassy's turning her head, you let out this bleat. What did you roll?
A natural 1, which is a 30.
You actually die.
You go to fall, and you actually fall right off of the desk, and Sassy immediately is like, oh no, kid, and like comes in to try to come and scoop you up. However, while Sassy is in the room, Sassy's attention is still focused on Kid.
I will do my best, children, to keep her attention on me.
You failed successfully.
So
I'm gonna
this is
do-
what I'm going to tell you. This
Alright, now.
is your last round.
Hold on. Did he take a toll, like some kind of physical toll or something,
I was caught
from falling off
by
the desk?
the lovely.
Yes,
and
he was caught
Sassy.
by the amazing Sassy.
Oh wow.
I fell into basically a beanbag of fluff and fur. And
Yeah,
awesome.
basically
Sheer
Sassy's
raw
Sassy's
power.
turn is spent trying to catch Kid, and she did successfully.
Good work, kid.
There you go, Sassy. All right.
I'll high five for that.
All right,
I
Frankie.
don't
This
have a
is
toll.
your last turn. What would you like to do? Well, you get the feeling that you will not be able to do much more now that Sassy is in the room and attentive.
Does my mouse return at all? Or is it just gone forever?
Your mouse does return. It is carrying a new bone.
Good job.
And you see it add it to its own body, and it begins to move, and you realize that you can create a monstrosity with this mouse. Under your
And
control.
this is how Frankie becomes the BBEG of Campaign 5.
And this is how Frankie became Frankenstein.
The last thing I will do. There's one more thing right in the room that we haven't looked at, and that's just the bookshelf, right? So Frankie will just go over and inspect the bookshelf. He'll play it off like he's just looking at the books that are there. But he'll also kind of be moving some books around, and this will be the last thing he does.
Okay, go ahead. Are you like looking for something in the books? Are you?
I would. He'll look. This is what I'll do. He'll look for any books that look particularly interesting or odd or out of place. And he's dealt with a lot of books. And he'll like see if he can spot one that might be a faux book or a book that might be hiding something, like hollowed out.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead, and I'm gonna have you make a lore test for me.
Ooh, interesting.
Pretty good use of
Artemis.
faux, Grant.
Okay, lore. How does a 7 do?
7.
average.
You do not find any faux books.
Okay.
However, you do acquire an additional book that you can use.
4 books now?
Yes.
Holy crap. I'm actually
I should've used my
overly
credits
excited
with
about this. Is it a specific book that you decide? Or
I'm gonna let you decide right now. What is it?
this book is
Aliens.
that's literally what I was. Why did you beat me to the chase, Aaron? Why did
I
you
honestly
do it?
didn't think you were going to do aliens.
I was actually going to do aliens. I want a book that's like very detailed about aliens, about communication, about where aliens are from, how they get to Earth.
Area
that-
51.
all that
Is it
stuff.
real
So
or is it
what this is it's not a normal book as to what you have. What you have is the human based knowledge concept thing of it. What you have is actually notes that have been collected over the years on aliens that have come to Camp Cryptid.
Oh my goodness, that's big.
Yeah,
That's
baby, this is what we're here for.
Okay, add it to the list.
All right, kid, what are you doing?
So I'm going to revert back into my Goatman form, and I reach up towards Sassy's face. I'm so cold. Don't know.
Sorry.
Is this? Am I gonna poof? Am I
We're not gonna let you poof. We're not gonna let you poof. We're not gonna let you poof. I would like you to. I'm gonna have you do a scare. Do a scare
Oh no! I
test.
have a negative one stare.
Am I gonna poof will be such a good soundbite. I'm gonna
Do it, but
I
do.
got 10, which is a 9. But woo!
I was gonna say I'll give you advantage on it, but okay.
Baby.
I get 2 10s in a row. Well, that was not 1. So
Okay, well, good. Okay, cool. You did great.
Get that one out of there.
All right, Jackson, what are you doing?
Well, this is the last round. I have to open the
make it
vault,
magic.
take everything in it, stuff it into my jacket, and then close and lock it again in one swift. I'm not even going to look at what's in there.
Okay,
It will
I would
remain
like-
a mystery.
I would like you to make an agility test for me.
If you pull this
You get your
off,
bonus.
I think we could hear that knuckle crack.
Aaron,
That was a
Aaron,
pretty weak one.
Aaron, now would be a great time for a 10.
Well, it's a D10, which is it's Tarak's health die, and I'm known for rolling very well at those.
Drew is using a superpower.
Smite Knight. I mean,
It's
it's
a
not
2.
the worst thing I've ever seen. It is a 10.
Is it 10?
Drew, it
Which
worked.
It's a 10. Well, no, it's an 8 plus 2.
Hey, it
Okay.
worked, all right.
I need you to roll odd or even for me.
It's easy. It's an odd.
It's an odd. You are able to do this successfully, and with great skill, and speed, and grace, and subtlety.
The love of my life.
Yep.
What if it's just Pandora's
My
box?
jacket bursts into flame by the power it now contains.
You just-
In grabbing
why
what is in
Infinity
the
Stone.
vault, you are able to stuff it in your pocket, but you are going to take a physical toll.
I'm in.
Nice.
Ow.
That's just what he says.
What could it possibly be?
And this is added to the items in your pocket. It is not something you still have a grip on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the Tesseract. That's like the only
It's
thing.
the Tesseract.
It might be.
And since you did get a 10, you are able to reshut the vault. You aren't able to put the lock back on, but you are able to shut the vault again.
Yeah, sweet.
NJ, what are you doing? Sweet NJ, what are you doing?
I'm so cold.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, buddy.
I apologize. I open the closet door.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is there a emergency / fire blanket in the supply closet?
You cannot see.
Okay.
Like, I haven't counted an issue in my plan.
Okay. New plan. I open
Burn the building.
I open the door.
Okay.
I shrink and attempt to throw the sock off me.
Okay.
The sock.
Okay. I then go and I
Exactly
search
with the
for a fire blanket or a blanket of any kind.
Okay.
Even a towel would work.
I'm gonna give it. Yeah, you find it. What are you doing?
Great. Okay. So I bite onto it because that's the only way I can grab onto it. And I just start scooting backwards with it. It's like dragging it. And then I go over to Kid and I throw it onto his chest.
Thank you. What? Well, that was big on. That was me entering into the void. You know, my soul was leaving my body.
And then I just pat Kid on the face and say, "There you go, buddy. Now you won't be so cold."
I suddenly feel much better.
Oh my gosh. Because he was saying he was cold.
I can't believe I got hypothermia in the middle of summer.
And then, Kid, you already did your.
Yeah, I got my 9 on my chart.
Right.
Or my mascara, excuse me.
Sassy is kind of rocking you right now, and is kind of blubbering a bit, and her eyes are closed, and you feel the tears coming out.
Getting a little weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys are out of the turn order, and it is up to you guys on what you want to do now.
I want to fight Sassy. I'm just kidding.
That's we leveled up.
I would like to relock the vault.
Easy peasy, you can do it.
Awesome.
Actually, you need to roll to see if you can get it out of your hoodie.
Oh, that is fair. So you need to roll a d10 and I need to roll below you.
Yep.
So I'm just rummage.
It is the loudest sound you've ever heard. There's clanging and
The
tiles.
Cosmos is just rumbling in his thing.
What did you get?
6. Can you roll
Hold
better
on.
on your die?
I gotta get your thing.
It's a good thing that Lydia
Where are you?
rolled a 7.
I just have to roll below the d10 that you rolled.
Yeah, I got a 3. What you find instead is you find. Let me see. I want to see. Let's
fate
see.
of the Cosmos. He pulls out the weapon of the Cryptids.
The Tesseract.
There's a
instead
legitimate
pull
possibility.
He pulls out whatever the alien stole Gracie for.
You pull out a ball of aluminum foil.
Nice. That's how they
Alright.
protect the
Shove
head.
that back in the hoodie.
I'm
just gonna keep digging around until eventually
a lot
I,
warmer all of a sudden. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think poofing abilities.
Shh. It's okay, kid. It's okay. You're
I went
gonna
to the
be
middle every time.
over the shoulder.
That's my
I'm
face,
just
so
going.
it shuts me up. I'm feeling really.
I would like to just flip through the alien thing, and just take a peek at stuff. I don't know.
He
if there's
quickly
anything in
reads the entire
particular.
book and commits.
What
the
would
whole thing.
you? Is there something specifically you're trying to know about or
I
look
want to
for?
learn about the communication device, if possible,
The communication device. Okay,
or
sure.
whatever the static
Radio
vocal
is.
thing is.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm looking for a drawing, maybe
mhm.
something that says radio or communication.
Yeah, for your understanding, Grant, this is essentially a alien cell phone.
Epic. That's what I was thinking walkie-talkie.
Yeah, the radio thing is actually in communication with somebody.
I don't even have to roll for this.
No, because it's your book.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's my book.
It's your book.
An ability I have.
It's your special ability. So
I know this.
The radio button is basically a radio, like you can call somebody on the other side. You don't know who it's going to contact, kind of deal, but that's who you would know. The other voice coming through is somebody that Gracie would likely know.
Do I know like anywhere where I get good reception?
You do not know that. That is not in the Space. That is not in the book. Space, the final frontier.
Yeah.
The final frontier.
We need space.
Map thing. The reason they were glitching is because Gracie has not ever been there before, so she does not have
It's like a Pokédex
establishment of that. And then the hologram is basically like her gallery. So you got to
Those are the
see
rest points that she can warp to.
that is like a photo.
In the game's
That's like her
She has
photo
that.
album.
Quick travel.
Oh my gosh, that's
ability.
awesome. It's literally like a smartphone.
See, that's
Kind
why
of.
she had to wait till night, just because there were enemies nearby during the day, so she couldn't use fast travel.
Okay, well I know that now. That's probably my turn. That's like what I.
So
took
have
the book
I
back
seen
away.
that Jackson is still struggling to get the lock on?
I'm just like,
Yes, you do see this.
She goes to like shush me at one point. I grab her hand. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I really am even a goat man.
Oh my
My next
god.
thing.
You're the best goat man out there.
I keep saying that I've been to Texas, but like I don't. What is Texas?
Texas.
I
does that give me enough time to try to grab
Yes,
the right
you can go again. You can try again. You can try again.
Jesus Lord,
GM,
okay, no, I need the
this
one
is-
that'll roll low.
GM, while this is happening, I would like to go over to the window.
Huh?
And I would like to open the window.
Huh?
Okay.
and punch Fluffy. Just slap him.
And I
Just headbutt.
and I stick my head out the window.
Okay.
That's all he does.
Is that it?
He just needed some cool air.
Hey, Vinia, I need you to roll really high.
Okay,
on
what
this
did you get?
dice. A 10.
I got a 9, Aaron.
Lydia.
I did
Lydia.
roll high. You
Lydia?
instead get, you pull
Lydia.
out,
Lydia?
you pull out,
Lydia.
the fake vampire fangs.
So I pull these out. I'm about to put them back, and then I'm like, Frankie might like these. And I just throw them at Frankie, and I keep digging.
Oh, hey, vampire.
He's doing a really
face.
fine acting job.
So, Frankie, you
One more
now
time.
have those like plastic, like put in your mouth vampire fangs that look like they talk like this
I'm
and make
so
you
adding
drool a
this to
whole
my
bunch.
stuff.
You have those now.
But they turn you into an actual vampire.
For my next act, as I'm holding, Sassy's hand, I just start singing and I go, am I a goat? Or am I a man? Am I a man?
Don't be a man.
A goat and of a man.
Ah.
This is the best episode to do sleep deprived.
Please?
The other counselors are like standing in the doorway, like kind of glancing at each other, unsure of what to do. They're like everybody's attention
DJ.
is on kids still.
I like to think at some point
just-
Fluffy is like a goat of a man. Like background singing.
Oh, absolutely.
If I'm a goat.
No, if anything, Fluffy is just kind of stomping a hoof to give you a lead.
Yeah.
That'll be the most he
Makes
does.
me a man of a goat. Man of a goat.
All right, Lydia, you're gonna roll really high.
And Jay is
Aaron,
just
you're gonna
singing.
roll really low.
Why is it that now I can roll the high ones? Good God.
What'd you get?
How about a 9? Did you roll higher than the last one? Did you roll a 9?
I did roll a 10.
As soon as Jackson like clicks the lock, I go, okay, I'm feeling much better now, and I hop down.
No, I go. No,
Okay.
keep
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
So
Still got the key.
Oh my.
I hop back into Sassy's arms.
At about
You
this
know,
time,
you never
at about this,
really, like,
at about this
how much I
time,
appreciate your years of mentorship and affection that you've given me. You've really been like a mom to me.
at about this
Like,
time,
uncle? I think you've been an uncle to me.
What's up, Mom?
at about this
Yes.
time, NJ is actually starting to tip over and fall through the window.
Hey.
He's gonna distract him even more.
That was my goal, and I did roll for it. I rolled a
She
2.
just like tosses me.
She
probably a
throws
butterfly.
you kid over one shoulder and goes to try to catch NJ. Yeah, she manages to get over to you. She kind of grabs your like tail right at the very end as you're like tipping. So you're like tired, like starting to tip over, and it just barely catches you and teeters
She
you back.
grabs you like a turtle.
NJ just sticks his flippers out. He's like, guys, I think I can fly.
NJ. And she'll like kind of pick you up under the belly and like let you kind of like fly around a little bit.
Oh, like how when you pick up turtles and you set them on your finger, they'll do the like air swim thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. He's just like, is this what it's like for you guys?
This is what it's like for Mothman.
Mothman just like caws like a hawk and swoops down and
Swoops him out of the sky.
grabs him with his like fangs.
Talons.
All right, so I'm gonna say, Jackson, you're able to relock the vault up and get back.
Can I get the key out of my hoodie?
Which one?
The one that unlocks the vault door.
What did you do with the other one?
Actually,
You did something with the other one.
honestly, Oh, I mean, they're both in the hoodie. I don't care which key it is, because if I couldn't distinguish the difference between the two keys, it would take Sassy time to distinguish the two keys. So I just need a key.
Okay.
I just like to imagine.
All right, dig in your pocket.
I just like to imagine Jackson is he just holds open the pocket and just leans over and
about a
just is
7?
trying to dump everything out.
7?
You pull out a metal spork.
There's more than one key in there. Are you sure it doesn't give me advantage?
No,
I mean,
you
okay,
confused
here's
the
the
metal spork for a key.
Honestly,
You've
good
stolen
enough.
a lot of stuff, man.
They're around the same size, right? Like it's
They're around the same size. Yeah.
Sasquatch key. Yeah, okay, great. I pull out the fork and it just goes. I'll move over to where the sock puppet was thrown by NJ. If I have enough time to give it one more shot on the way there, I will. If not, I'll just go with the spork.
Okay. I'm gonna just because I think it's hilarious. You're not gonna have time. All you have is the metal spork.
Yes.
That's sadly
That was the best possible.
this was one of my most potentially useful items, which is sad. So, but I'll head over there and I'll just
Aaron's like, this is the item I was going to use to like gather lightning to smite God.
100%. Yeah.
Yes, Jay. What adorable thing are you gonna do now?
So at some point, assuming that I get set down,
Yes.
I would like to go back over to my sock puppet, and I want to wear it like a scarf.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide the spork like into the sock puppet as well. So that way when it is put in the bin.
No, I just
with the rest of them.
I go over to the bin and I'm like I stick my head back in, and I find a different sock puppet and I wear it like a scarf.
Good enough.
You actually find the Camp Cryptid sign.
Perfect.
You're able to wrap it around.
I'm gonna
It only fits when you're small, though.
Perfect.
I'm gonna pat Sassy's back. Hey Sassy.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be put down now?
Oh yeah, sure thing. She puts you
Thanks.
down.
Hey, you're awesome. You know that?
Yeah.
Good.
All right,
Sassy,
kiddos. Well,
Sassy,
we have discussed. Well, yes, NJ.
Can I keep the sock puppet? It's like a scarf.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have that.
Just sobbing.
Thank you.
It's not like individual tears. It's one solid line.
All right. Well, kiddos. So I talked with them all, and we've worked it out. So it's honestly whoever you would prefer out of the three of them to be your new counselor and keep in charge of you is what we
unicorn.
work with.
So one
Not
choose.
Fluffy. Not Fluffy.
We've got it.
What else?
No.
Would be if it-
You have Melody the Siren.
Yes.
You have Rooney the Cockatrice, and you have Fluffy the Unicorn.
I'm not saying
Describe
anything, but
Rooney.
Melody would be the easiest to ditch.
That's true. She does have a tail for legs.
Fluffy's so cool.
Yeah, but Fluffy would kill.
I vote for Melody.
Fluffy would kill us.
I'm down.
Wait, what's the other one besides the unicorn
Cockatrice.
and the? Yeah, what's
That's
that one?
Rooney. Rooney, you would know, was the one that was going to be in Cockatrice tag. The Cockatrice is the one that can turn you to stone, and is very, very, very fast and scary. And the feathers are very dangerous.
Yeah, I think Melody.
Alright.
I think Melody.
I'm thinking Melody.
I think Melody. Oh my gosh, these things are terrifying.
Jackson is upset with your decision, but he doesn't want to show emotion, so he's not going to complain.
Holy crap, these
I
things
think-
are like basilisk chickens.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the cockatrice
100%.
is not. It ain't chill, dog.
Rooney is scary.
Like I didn't think the cockatrice would be more scary than the unicorn, than the goth unicorn. But it is.
See, the goth
Cockatrice is a
unicorn.
mythical beast, essentially a two-legged dragon wyvern or serpent-like creature with a rooster's head.
Yeah. All right,
like to
all right,
think-
campers. Who would you like? Who would you like to take with you?
I vote for
I like to
Melody.
think all of us look at each other, and then we all look back, and
We all look at each other. We all nod in unison, and then we all turn back, and then we say,
A different name.
and we all literally all three of us say Melody, and Jackson says
Fluffy.
Fluffy, and we all just looked at Jackson like, what?
like, what the heck?
And I just shrug.
What? He's
All
hot.
right, majority rules. So Melody is Melody. You're going to keep in charge of them for the rest of their stay here. All right. I got to get back to work, so I got to
I
usher
think-
you all
oh,
out of my
man.
office. What?
I'm tuckered. We should probably go back to where our tents are and rest up.
It's been a very
Honestly, we'll
long
just turn
day
in.
for you three. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
want
start
to go
counting
back
with my
to the
fingers and I'm
tent.
like, 3. Isn't there 4? Isn't there 4 of us?
All
Anyway.
right. You guys can get going.
Cool.
Great, bye.
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 Thanks,
Be
Sassy.
safe. No problem.
I'll make sure not to pick up any weird objects anymore.
Yes, please don't. Don't do that.
As we're leaving, I whisper to Jackson, do we ditch her now or do we ditch her later?
As you guys are leaving, Rooney and Fluffy head off their separate ways, and Melody is full on just crawling behind you guys, is very much struggling to keep up.
Her shoulders must be shredded.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
her
Just
traps,
like
her traps are
boulders.
competition to Cather's.
At
Just
the same
saying.
time,
Bam,
she's
bam.
probably terrifying, walking up. She's probably like,
Could you
Oh my
imagine
god,
a
it's
body
straight out of a horror movie. The
Imagine her running.
she is not a mermaid. She's a siren. So it is
Yeah.
the hair is sleeked over the face. It's
Yeah.
kind of parted so her eyes peeking through. The eyes are this kind of like they got a kind of green film over them, and they blink. You know how the frogs
Like
have the
lizards?
double
Yeah.
the double eyelid
Uh.
things. She has that going. Her teeth are all sharp and pointed. She
Yep.
does have these claws and then gills on her arms, kind of deal. And then she does have this. Her fin is really, really long, and it's actually more like an eel.
Oh, gross.
ew. Compared
Oh,
to the
no.
others, she's actually beautiful.
When
though.
she runs, when she actually wants to move fast, she doesn't use her arm. She does the sidewinder snake thing. She just moves sideways.
That's
It does
disgusting.
wiggle as she's moving around.
As we're walking,
You made the wrong choice. We
and
should have
Jay-
chosen Fluffy.
and Jay is waddling next to Melody, and he's just making small talk about what he loves about the
Man,
North
fish,
the
right?
North the North Atlantic Ocean.
That's
I couldn't tell
adorable.
if you were lagging or if you were actually saying something.
No, I wasn't.
And I went, my brain strip had an aneurysm.
Despite her terrifying appearance, she does have a very pleasant voice. I've
Go
never
figure.
been.
It's very lovely. It's really cool. There's lots of fish, except for when it gets oddly enough, in the summer, all the fish disperse for some reason. I don't know why. And then, but otherwise, it's really cool. There's lots of whales and dolphins. They're really friendly. They're fun to play with. They they told me about this game called water polo. I don't know what it is, but they say that they enjoy playing it. So after I get done with camp, I'm gonna go play some water polo with them. I'm really excited, actually.
That's amazing, NJ.
Yeah.
As you guys are having to walk at like
A snail's pace.
a snail's pace, and they're still far behind you at this point.
Yeah.
It just means we have plenty of time to conspire.
Yes. Time to speak. I'm like sweat. I'm just drenched. Jackson is just covered in sweat.
Do we get to the tents? Prior to them?
As you guys are actually heading back to where your normal tents are, Melody does pipe up and kind of yell out for us. No, we're going to be heading down to the lake.
Can we get our stuff and then meet you there?
I really.
Jackson, make a charm test.
I have an animal that I like a stuffed animal
Frankie
that I
really
left.
isn't looking good. Are you, Frankie?
No,
Jackson,
I
make a
touched
charm
something
test.
weird earlier.
Dang it! I'm so good at charm.
I need to lay down.
Help me.
I go up to Jackson and I just kind of like grab his shoulders from behind. I'm like, I forgot my stuffed animal that is like my emotional support animal, and I really need it.
Aaron, you have advantage.
Cryptids have emotional support animals,
Yeah, cryptids have emotional support stuffed animals.
7
but they're just skeletons.
off of an 8.
Okay.
I am not charming. I'm weird and angry.
Angst is the vibe.
Yeah, sure. I know NJ and I are pretty slow, so why don't we start heading there if you want to grab NJ stuff and meet us over?
This is good.
Yeah,
This is
that would be
good.
great.
I can show you. I can show you the new the water flip I've been working on.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
And this is how we ditch Drew for the rest of the campaign.
Please do not ditch Drew for the rest of the campaign.
NJ is our superpower. NJ is the goat.
NJ is the MVP.
Honestly, I like to imagine
Shield of cuteness.
at this point.
DJ's so offended.
At this
Did
point,
you really just say that to me?
At this point, NJ has forgotten that they're looking for Gracie. So he's like not even purposely being distracting. He just is because he's that innocent.
While he's walking away, we're all just like thumbs upping him and being like, "You're
That's
the
nice.
man."
And he's like, I'm finally
"What?"
a part of the group.
They finally like me.
So we get to the tents. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the plan?
I'm like, hold on, I need a breather.
Your radio or whatever. It's
What the radio?
this. I know what it is. Look, and he pulls out the alien book, and he's like, "I found this in Sassy's office." Puts it back, and he's like,
Around in my pocket looking for the thing.
and he's like, "That's a
Pulls out like
communication
an
device."
eyeball, rummages, the magic seal, puts it back in.
You can press a button and talk to somebody on the other side. You know that little the static in the voice? Somebody's trying to
hold the
talk
button
to us.
down.
No,
The-
we all like are wide-eyed.
The radio button?
Uh-huh. You know, like how radios actually work.
The one to like talk into? Is that what
I don't
you're talking
know.
about?
Well, I don't know yet. I just
So
hold the
you
button
press the button, the static kind of like pierces your ears a bit. And you hear again that it sounds like that similar short message before.
down.
That same voice, short message. No idea what it's saying. But you hear it, it's very short, and then the static picks back up again.
In the static, I will hold the phone up. And I'll say,
I think you have to push a button, by the way, to talk.
in a typical radio, but I was holding down the button and that's when the voice came through.
There's multiple buttons, though.
Yeah, and the other button pulls up the gallery, and then the other button pulls up the space.
yeah, I'm an idiot.
Ground control to Major Tom.
No,
That's what I
you
say.
didn't. You did not.
And then I release the button, or I start holding the button again. I do whatever I need to do to listen again.
So, okay, so with buttons. The buttons, you press it down and then it'll stay down unless you click it again or you click another button. And then if you click another button, it'll pop back up kind of deal. If you click it again, it'll pop back up kind of deal.
Okay. I make sure it's up, and I say ground control to Major Tom. And
Make
then
sure it's up or you press it down.
I make sure it's up so that the static is not going through.
So static is not going through. Okay.
This
And
is a
then I
tough puzzle.
Okay.
And then
So you speak when there's no static going.
Yes, I speak when on a typical radio it would be my turn to speak is when I speak. So then I push the button back down.
Okay. You just hear static.
Try it again now.
Try talking
Okay,
now.
I say ground control to Major Tom when they're static, and then I release the button, I guess.
And then you release the
Just keep it down. And
you know what?
DJ,
I
stop
try
speaking
down,
when
DJ.
it's there.
I just
We
keep the
made
button.
it so much more complicated than it needed to be.
It's
I'm
just,
treating it like a radio.
it's
But
just,
it's an alien device.
Frankie grabs it and he's like, just let me do it.
it's think of it
I go and I kick a tent.
Think of it this
Frankie-
way, DJ. You just press it to turn it on, and now you just talk. you
I
know?
understand. It's been all sassy
It's-
how it works.
it's
but
like-
I'm just trying to do things accurately
It's
and
like-
explore the device, so I didn't just
Frankie.
the things happen.
Frankie will push down the button and
hate
try to imitate Gracie's voice.
Okay.
And basically be like, hello? And then just listen.
You hear a come through the static.
I'm so upset.
I think we just don't speak alien.
Frankie releases the button. He's like, I don't know what to do with this.
I'm pretty
I
sure
take it
they're
out of
just
his hand.
speaking alien. I'm pretty
Hey.
sure they just don't speak our language.
I push the button. What did you do with Gracie?
I don't think that's helping.
Listen here, you fiend. I don't care that you don't understand me. What did you do with her?
Bro, we can't talk
I don't
alien,
think they
dude.
did. I don't
Static.
think they did anything. I'm pretty sure that Gracie, that
They
that
just
is,
left
I'm
you
pretty
on
sure
red.
that wasn't the aliens.
All right, well, I think this
Okay.
communication device is doing
Well, this is useless. I toss it back to Frankie.
fine. It was worth a try, I guess.
Meanwhile, I've
Puts it
been
in
rummaging
his bag.
through my hoodie, trying to get a look
are
at
you looking
the thing
for?
that I stole. I'm trying to figure out what I stole from
You're
the
trying to
vault.
figure out what you stole from the vault.
Yeah.
Right.
While they're
all right.
distracted, because like
Go ahead, try to find it.
because
While we're
if-
fighting
if
over the radio.
if Sassy's thing is accurate, why 8?
Nope. You find that friendship bracelet from
it's
somebody else. You have
it's
no idea.
unreal. It's unreal. That the moment that I try to roll something, I
had
have
a
to roll
5.
low, I roll high. But when I have to roll high, I roll low.
Aaron, this
Aaron,
is your
it's
curse.
alright.
We've known
It's absurd.
this.
Really
Go ahead and
simple.
try again.
Roll
Come
low.
on.
Like a
Jackson, did you get something from the vault? Or
I got a
not?
6. You find it.
I make sure that my back is to them because if Sassy's story is true and a human looks upon it, then we doom all of existence.
Wait,
So I'm just gonna like pull it out.
what you got? Frankie tries to look over his shoulder.
Hey,
What? What?
back off, or I
Fine.
will spill your secret immediately.
Stop.
What? Secret? I like secrets.
Nothing.
Look at that. What do I have in my hands?
It's-
What you have in your hands is actually, it's about the size of a golf ball. And it is this little glowing orb of light. And it actually kind of hovers in your hands a little bit.
Not a fan. Stick that back in the jacket.
What'd you get?
Nothing. Look, there's a potential that too many people who know about this thing could be bad. I can't do anything with it right now.
So it's actually like this little ball of light, and you just go whatever, and just the realization, and then the
So here's the thing, right? I can't do anything with this right now. We're in broad daylight.
we're in broad
And
daylight.
we're
Okay, do you
missing a
guys
member of our
do
group.
anything else?
How are we gonna progress the plot?
I look at them
We gotta
and
go to the
say,
lake.
I
We're supposed
stole
to
the thing that was in the vault. I'm not sure what it is. I think that we make our break at night when everyone's asleep and we go for the tree line.
Okay, so just to confirm, the plan is to go get NJ. We'll just act normal until night. At night, we break it for the
tree line.
field. Now that we have the magic,
Yeah, and then we find whatever's left of Gracie.
and we find my love.
Yeah.
So you
Cool.
think that this magic will help us find Gracie? You think so?
I think, well, I don't know about help us find her, but it'll help us get into the forest.
And that's where
Here's
she
the issue,
went.
guys, that I'm noticing. Here's the issue: is that Lydia, for the majority of her D&D career, has had either myself or Aaron as her DM, which means
I'm
Gracie is
so sorry.
100% dead, and we're finding her mutilated body at the end of the series. Just a
If that
forewarning for all.
happens-
Why did you have to spoil it like that, dude?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I've been trying to spoil it for the past 3 episodes.
All right.
I feel so bad for Lydia now.
I was gonna go find NJ and have a lake day.
Okay,
Lake Day.
in the
Oh my
meantime,
God.
while this is all happening, NJ, while you are down with Melody, you guys do make it over to the lake. So, NJ,
Oh
Yeah,
no, they're
yeah.
on a date.
this has been your first time at camp. Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. Jackson and Frankie and Kid, they're all pretty cool.
That's awesome. Have you found any cool things? Did you go on the scavenger hunt?
Yeah, I found some bones.
Oh, what bones did you find?
I don't know. They're just like 3 little small little bones. And
He
some,
holds them up like cards in his
Yeah.
fins.
Well, I think I have the perfect addition for your little collection, okay?
oh,
Just whole human skeletons.
She just like rips
coughs
a
up a
rib out.
It's crazy.
Strangely enough,
She
this
pulls
is the
out-
only thing that doesn't have bones.
She pulls out a very tiny wishbone. Now this is very
Wow.
special, and it's got a little bit of magic in it. So if you ever need it in case of emergencies, just give it a little break, and there you go.
wow.
And can he break it?
Thank you. That is very kind.
All right.
I just like I like kind of like whip my neck around. That way my satchel comes off my back, and I just
I like to think this is what's gonna happen. Drew's gonna be like, I go to break the wishbone. He's gonna like put half of it in his mouth and the other, and he's like trying to like fit his fin.
He just has to roll on it. It's like
Dude, your body language as NJ is so funny.
it's phenomenal.
dude.
All right,
Very well done.
and in the time that this is happening, but yes, Drew, you got a wishbone. With what that you can that's for your friends abandoning you. You may break the wishbone to reroll any skill test.
nice, cool. That's really useful, actually.
I'm so upset that we are being accused of abandoning.
You literally did. Anyway,
So yeah,
Abandoned.
after we make it to the lake.
I didn't know what it was. I had to figure it out before we rush in there blind, and I can't pull it out while everyone's watching us.
After we do make it to the lake, though, NJ just starts doing like tricks and stuff in the water. Like he does like some barrel rolls like in the water. He flies out of the water and like does like a flip in the air before diving back in.
Beautiful.
With like a handstand on his nose with like his tail like sticking out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. Like at one point he just makes like a little whirlpool and then like rockets himself just straight up into the air, just like and
What
just,
the heck?
He's
NJ,
great.
you're
And
such
just-
a boss.
and just like glides, like uses his fins and like glides back down into the water. Yeah.
NJ,
Melody's
I think we need to lock
100%
this
cheering you on the
monster.
whole time. You just get in the water and you get all these tricks done, and you have I'd say you have about 5 minutes before the rest of the group gets back, just because it took you that long to just move.
Yeah.
to the lake.
Perfect.
just took that long to get to the lake.
Just to
perfect.
get there.
So
it was
then-
enough time for them to get across camp and back with all the stuff.
So then after that point, he like when they get back, he's just laying on his back, just like fins spread out, and his head is just barely like sticking up out of the water as he's just kind of like just very gently like just back swimming just around the lake.
Very nice.
How
All
big
right.
is he? Is he size large?
Oh no, he's still very small. He's still his small form.
Gotcha.
I'm going to tell you guys now. So you guys are able to set up camp, get situated. Melody's pretty much gonna be chill and isn't gonna invade too much. She's gonna keep an eye on you, but
We love Melody.
once it is time for bed, though, you do know that she is staying kind of set out by the lake shore area.
Just like a siren would too.
But now is your time to figure out a plan, collect all that you know, and what you guys want to go forward and do, especially since evening is falling upon quickly.
Past the point of no return. That's what we want.
Dude, Kid, is awesome. I feel like Kid does all of this stuff in game. Like, Kid is just like a wacky.
Kid is an opera singer.
Yeah, exactly.
It is absolutely a theater kid too. you know
100%.
he was.
Yeah. So I guess eventually, like, they're just sitting around camp, Melody's off doing her own thing. And I assume the sun is setting or whatever, right?
Yeah, sun's pretty much, it's like right at the horizon, so it's just going down and everything's starting to get dark.
So I'm assuming they're all kind of sitting close to each other, and I guess Frankie will pipe up and say, like, look behind his shoulder, make sure nobody's listening, and say, so, when it gets dark and everyone's asleep, we're gonna try to use the magic, and he looks at Jackson, to find Gracie in the woods, right? And kind of winks at Jackson, what?
Jason.
Jackson.
Oh my god,
Jesus
Jason.
Christ.
It's Jason, boy.
Yeah, Jackson will say,
It's Jackson Dorn.
we'll say, yeah, that's the plan. Problem is, the item gives off a fair bit of light. It's like a small amount of light. I checked it a little earlier. Not too much, but I know that the sheep squatch has very sensitive eyes. So when I'm using it, you should probably not look at it.
It's a nocturnal thing, especially at
Yeah.
night. You know, the cones. My eyes are dilated, and
Yep, cones.
it's bad.
Yeah.
I use a flashlight, just
It's
so
targeted.
so I don't get blasted by the sun in the morning. You know, it helps my eyes stay adjusted.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's sweating.
Also, do we want to go over the clues that we have?
Thanks, DJ.
That's a great clue. Doesn't help us a lot.
I'm over here writing like love letters to Gracie.
So
God.
So I'll be honest, my concern here is that we're getting baited.
What do you mean?
So I've been doing some thinking. I think that there's a strong chance that Gracie left the camp willingly.
But she left some stuff behind, and her tent was all messed up.
Like all of our stuff behind.
Uh-huh.
They did it on purpose to get something, to get the palm tree.
Well, so if you look at the journal entries, I think that it said that she was implying that Frankie is important to the humans. All right, and I don't know if she is trying to catch a human or working with the humans or anything else like that. I don't know what's going on, but I think that the entire point of it is that she knew that we would go to these lengths to try to find her because you're here, kid.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that means.
You have a crush. It's been obvious since year one.
I did not have a crush on Gracie.
I have a crush, man.
Shut up.
Like everyone knows. The entire camp knows.
Why would you want to crush Gracie? She's so nice.
You'll figure it out when you're older, NJ. So I think, just think about it. We're basically the ultimate team, and by we, I mean me. She knew that you would go after her, kid, and you ended up dragging all of the rest of us. We have the perfect bait, and look at him. Look at NJ. Look at him.
Calling him a fish?
He's looking at himself. I love him.
He just got distracted by his own fin for the past 15 seconds. There's no possible better bait that could be done in the whole camp. I am basically a master thief. who else would be able to take the thing that would unlock the gosh dang border patrol to get us through into the woods, bringing Frankie along with us?
Gracie did manage to get me here because of the
Lured
brochure.
you the whole way here with the brochure, had one in the bag. Who knows, maybe that one in the bag is for the next poor cryptid from who knows where to lure
next sheep
here.
squatch.
Wink. So I don't know what type of special sheep squatch you are or for what purpose she's doing it, but I think it's purposeful. I'm not saying it's malicious.
I don't know.
I
what
think
malicious
I think
means.
that
What
this
does-
is
What does malicious mean?
read a book.
Malicious? I read books all the time, thank you.
You should be better at this. I hand him a copy of Hagatha Misty, Murder on the something Express. I'm not sure. It's a joke.
Polar
Agatha
Express.
Christie is a famous murder mystery author.
Cut to the chase, Aaron.
Anyway, that's what
Aaron,
I'm.
it's 3
that's
in
what
the
I'm
morning.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So I don't know what we're gonna encounter out there. I don't know what she's got waiting for this, but I think that she had a plan from the beginning.
Okay. Frankie just looks at Jackson and says, kind of looks up and says quietly, I think I should tell them.
If you do, I will lose my ability to blackmail you, which sounds good for you, but it's much worse for me. So I'd prefer if you didn't.
What the heck? He just says, I'm gonna tell them.
That's
You
your
telling
choice,
us?
and I technically can't stop you.
I think I owe it to you.
Keep your voices down in the next 45 seconds.
Don't freak out. How far away is the freaking mermaid thing?
Enough that if you made loud noises, she'd hear, but you guys just talking, she can't hear.
Gosh, I'm so scared. He just says, so,
I see you,
kinda-
Cami Grant.
he kind of pulls up the sleeve of his costume.
Why are you skinning yourself?
Shut up. What did I say? Next 45 seconds.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but Gracie, you know the brochure?
Uh-huh.
Gracie led me here. I'm human.
I slap him. I'm totally
Wait,
joking.
slap who? Are we slapping Frankie or Kid?
Kid. No, Jackson, actually.
I slapped the other one. Whichever one hasn't been slapped.
No, nobody gets slapped.
Don't freak out. Look, I'm more scared than you are.
That's so cool. I never
Can't wait to one-up Myth.
Dude,
I'm so excited.
you're an actual human.
You can't tell anybody. I might get killed for this. We're just trying to get out.
Wait, if I kill
Find
you,
Gracie.
that means that I will have definitely one-up Myth.
Kid, don't you start.
Well, okay, to be fair
I
though,
don't poof.
but-
I die.
but
What? No, you poof. You just come right back.
but
No,
kid,
it turns out they don't. They just are there. Like the body is still there. They don't poof.
That sounds like an incredible way to manipulate you.
And
You're like a
just
fish.
trying to
You're
talk.
like a fish.
Yeah, I kind
Human
of, I
is
guess.
big walking fish.
Yeah.
Listen.
Well, like
Grow up.
you see,
I hate
there's this group of whales that I sometimes hang out with, and like a couple of years ago, there's like this really old whale that like died, and like it didn't go poof, and everyone was kind of sad for a couple of days, and I didn't understand why, because I just thought, oh, well, it's just no big deal, but apparently it's a big deal. So
MJ, listen.
So does that mean
NJ.
are all humans fish?
What happened to that whale could happen to me.
Here at the Paper Dungeon, we teach you how to talk about death with your kids.
That's great.
Oh my god.
I want to find Gracie as much as all of you, but more than that, I just want to get out of here.
Wait.
I just want
Are
to get
you
out of here.
and Gracie cousins?
No,
That make a lot of sense.
What's a cousin?
I'm not an alien. They're different, okay?
Oh, I think they might be uncles.
Oh, maybe they are
I think
uncles. Are
Gracie
you?
wants
Is
me
Gracie
here
your
for some
uncle?
reason.
Are you Grace's uncle?
Is that why she wants you here?
Should we go through the
I'll
forest?
teach you guys about the family tree some other time. The point is, tonight, we're getting out of here, and I can't look at that magic, or else something bad will happen. So we're getting out of here, and we're staying quiet about it. Do you understand?
Oh, I got it. I go over to Frankie, and I grab his hood, and I just pull it down over his whole face.
How close is the tree line from the lake?
It's actually pretty far out. Basically what you'd assume is you'd need to go back to where you guys actually were set up before.
And can we see that location? Can we see that location where we were before?
You know the general area. You can't see exactly. It's like there are trees blocking the view for it. It's not necessarily the forest line, though.
Frankie, you got that light, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
I say we scoop up NJ and we make a break for it.
Not a bad. Maybe we should wait till dark.
Oh, I thought it was dark. Sorry.
Is it dark?
It is dark now.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. Never mind. Also, I need you to promise me, kid.
Huh.
Listen, through all we've been through, man. The handshakes, NJ, the oats, I guess. I need you guys to promise me that you won't tell anybody that I'm human until I'm out of here.
Frankie,
All of our lives are at stake here.
my bro. We shared oats.
I put my
Which is a bond.
I put
What's the bond?
I put a flipper on Frankie's ankle because that's what I can reach. I just look up to him and just go,
Thanks, guys. I didn't know if I could count on you. I'm gonna be honest, because, you know, the whole human thing, but this is turning out pretty cool, and, you know, do you know what pen pals are? It's like,
It's a pen or a pal.
well, there's a thing called a letter, which is
What's a
like
letter?
a way to talk to each other over a long
talking to you right now.
distance.
oh, is it like the
I'll tell you about it
is
later.
Is it like the
I
rat?
scoop up NJ
Is it like
and
the
we start
radio?
poking it towards the forest.
Hey Lydia, while that conversation was going on, Jackson was not at all involved in it.
Oh, what's Jackson doing?
Oh,
So
gosh.
we had mentioned previously that, like, if I'm not in combat or it's not a stressful situation, I can just run around in my jacket to find the things that I need. I assume that this is one of those times where I have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I've pulled out a roll of duct tape and a pocket knife, and I have taken the sleeping stuff that we have, and I've just started bundling it into the shape of people.
Oh, I see.
And so just laid them where we would be sleeping.
And Jay's is just a pillow and a stick.
Yep.
I would like you to make a confusion test for me to see how well you pull this off.
Great. So now here's the problem. I've been rolling real high for all the things that don't matter. And now we roll a 2. It's a gift.
I mean,
I'm cursed by
here's
God.
the deal. You are able. It is not hard to make piles. That's essentially what you've done.
I did this I've snuck out myself so many times in the past.
It looks. That's a pile. That looks like more than just a sleeping bag.
That's not my best work.
Anyway,
But it's
And now
okay.
it's
I'm
time
in
to
a
go.
stressful situation.
Yeah, we're in a hurry.
and I grab NJ and I
What are
go.
you doing anyways?
I look
Come on,
up,
Jackson.
everyone's gone, and I'm like, this is nice.
And so I'm assuming we're all making it
How-
off to the woods.
I'm actually going to need you all to make a confusion test. If you can tell me how you are specifically trying to get past Melody, you can have advantage, but I need to know what you are doing to
I
give
get
you
past
that
Melody
advantage.
by running 4 times faster than she is.
I'm telling you, dude, the moment
That's-
she turns Sidewinder, we're in trouble, dog.
I'll need a little bit more than that.
I'll serpentine to try and duck between trees and bushes to kind of lose her, so she can't keep her eyes focused on me.
Okay.
And I have NJ. NJ will help.
Help?
NJ, how are you helping?
Don't fail me now. I'm gonna need your help.
How does NJ help?
I'm gonna say DJ, you just make one roll for the two of you.
I hate this.
Using agility.
Frankie,
Okay, well,
You won't have
horrify.
advantage, but you won't have disadvantage. Because I would have given you disadvantage for having NJ.
5.
Okay, Frankie?
Frankie will horrify Kid and NJ, and he will
Just
basically
take off the
turn.
suit.
Yeah, he'll turn his suit inside out
Oh!
to look like a
So cool.
to look like a shrub, and
Okay.
he's going to like do the whole "I'm a shrub, no, I'm walking, no, I'm a shrub again, no, I'm walking, I'm a shrub again." Yeah.
Okay, I will give you advantage for this roll.
Okay.
I'm going to
Disappear
I'm going
like a
to
night.
like jump, but I also want to scatter marbles on the ground. In a very
You're trying to
cartoony,
like flashbang her.
well, in a very cartoony, like it's like Scooby-Doo way, where it's like, I know these marbles, and then they're like, whoop, 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 whoop,
Dude,
like that kind
how
of thing,
will
except
an
it's just her
eel
arms.
slip on? Oh, her arms. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I don't know. I just have these marbles, and I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what else
say
to do
you
with
make
them.
a straight roll. I will roll with disadvantage.
She's just chilling by the water,
Okay,
and then marbles just roll past her. She's like, "What?"
Now, GM, to clarify, is the disadvantage just for Jackson?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to average your guys' rolls, and then you guys are trying to beat whatever she rolls with disadvantage.
Okay.
With your average.
Sure. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Sounds
Then
good.
I hear you guys, because it's not working for me. Which of my D10s should I roll? Should I roll the battle D10s, the skill check D10s, or the blood dice D10s?
Blood dice.
Oh, the blood dice. Oh, the blood dice.
Blood dice
All
D10?
of us said that.
Should
All
I
of
use
us
the
said it.
2-digit D10 or the 1-digit D10?
One digit.
One digit.
One digit. Yeah. Aaron, you're gonna roll a 10 right now anyway. So why are you freaking out?
3.
3.
Well,
So there's a 3, a 5.
Aaron, what's your total?
If you weren't
3.
so pessimistic,
Well, you said confusion?
I'm gonna say for you it's gonna be agility. Because you're doing your jumps.
Still 3.
Okay?
and I rolled
Okay.
the max possible out of all of my skills, a 12.
You got a 12. Oh god, somebody do the math. It's 3 in the morning for me.
So that's 20
3
divided by
plus
3
5 plus
is
12
like 7.5.
is 20
20?
divided
It's like
by
7.5.
3 is
What are you doing, Grant? It was Aaron and I were 8 plus your 12. That's 20 divided by 3 is like 7 1/3.
There's
That's what I
4
was
of you.
doing. I just said that. Except for the
Well,
last
it was
part.
3 rolls though. Is there 4 of
Wait,
us or is there 3
7
of us?
and a third times 3 is not 20.
Because if there's 4 of us,
It's
then Drew should
6.
probably roll as well.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
that is a
3.
fair
It's
choice.
6 and 2
Okay.
thirds.
The 6 and 2/3.
6.6 continuing forever.
oh man,
is
do
the
I
answer.
do the
Well,
thing?
guess what?
Did we lose?
She rolled a 6.
But 6.6 rounds up to a 7 as far as I'm
So we
concerned.
technically
So
win.
you technically just barely. I'm gonna say thanks to the marbles.
Nice.
It's always the marbles.
She goes
love-
to kind of turn back to like look at you guys, and Jackson, you were able to actually put him close enough that it was like right behind her kind of deal, and then like scurry back off. And she goes to kind of turn to check back, and as she does, her arms slide out from under, and she just face plants into the sand, and you guys just book it.
I picture Jackson's just like.
How are
Pocket marble.
Pull the thing, Jackson! Pull the thing!
how DJ?
Okay, well,
how
good
is,
luck with that. I'm gonna attempt to pull the thing out of my pocket.
DJ, how is Kid holding NJ?
Oh, you are under my arm. Hold on yours.
Okay.
He's just flapping.
His neck is just like dangling back behind in the wind.
He probably has his tongue out.
Jackson, you're looking for your.
Yeah.
He's just two, 1
9,
tree. Bush.
hate you, Aaron.
Shrub.
It's a gift from God.
Roll again. You feel the baby teeth and you're like, this isn't
M.
mine.
It's a gift from Satan.
Nope, that's the flashlight. You don't want that.
outrolling this?
2. We fight.
2!
Something that isn't terrible.
2, you got it.
Wow, guys. At 3.
You get it right as you get
And-
to the edge of the camp of that forest line.
I'm about to be right behind her. I say it like I'm about into the woods.
What do you
And
guys
I'm
do?
I cast magic using my fancy orb.
I make sure
I
to.
don't know how this works. I didn't think this far.
we I thought
pick
we were
up the golf
carry
ball.
the orb through the border. That's
And
what
I
I
just
thought.
I just attempt to enter the forest. How's that going?
I avert my eyes as well.
So, you guys go to try to run through this forest line. You
Oh,
got the orb out.
This is not good. We're just gonna show up right behind Melody.
You do not continue through the forest. You don't keep going as it usually carries on and loops through.
We hit
That's good.
a painted wall.
Kid,
We're on a
Jackson, and
set.
NJ, you smack into this wall. Frankie, you are able to go through.
I thought we had the orb.
Yeah, Frankie's kind of not looking at the orb, and he doesn't really notice that they stop, I don't think, and he just keeps going, and then notices that...
Frankie.
Huh?
You can still hear them.
Can he see us?
looks back, can I see them?
Or is he past the border?
You can look back and you can actually still see them. They, the rest of the camp, you look back and first of all, you are in a very different setting. You are not in the forest that the camp crypt was in. And you are not.
Spooky.
You are not in the forest that you first came in as either at the very first episode. You are somewhere completely new. But you don't really have time to take it in right now because you're looking back at your friends. And the camp is completely gone behind them. You still see them standing right there. They're a little fuzzy, but you can make them out and you can hear them.
Frankie will just kind of wave and say, "Guys, come on, it's fine."
We're stuck. The orb isn't working. I touch the orb against the wall. Anything?
You see. Oh, does that do anything, Lydia? Touching the orb on the wall.
The orb that's poking out past your fingers will go through, but when your fingers meet this force field, it doesn't go through.
This is incredibly frustrating.
Frankie, you'll see.
Jackson, give him the orb.
Wait, you see Frankie have a moment of hesitation where he kind of thinks to himself and looks down and turns and starts to walk away.
Betrayer. I knew it every
But
time.
he
Should've killed him when I had
stops.
the chance.
What the heck? You're like 10. He stops and you see him tighten up, and then he just turns around and he's like, "Fine, give me the orb." And he'll just walk over and try to take it and see if anything
I
happens.
will allow this, but as he takes it, I say, if I disappear, I am ending you.
Frankie, you grab a hold of this little light. And as you do, as your hand goes to touch it, the light kind of actually just bursts out through your fingers. And it does. It blinds all of you guys. As this bright light just fills around all of you guys. There's a ringing in your ears. Can't see anything anymore.
They all
We are
just got
going to
flashbangs.
end episode 3.
It's an infinity stone!
They all
It's
just
like
got
when
flashbangs.
Fiona transforms.
Freaking
Am I
dope
gonna
episode.
transform into Shrek?
You become Shrek. That's the finale.
That is the true Camp Cryptid. That is the
I
true
hope that we
Cryptid
aren't
god.
in a forest at all. I hope that this whole time we've just been in Central Park, New York, and none of us realized it.
Yep.
This is
And
just
we step out,
Madagascar.
and it's
That'd be
just
so
a
funny.
big city, and we're like, cars, and then one of it gets hit by a bus. So none of us know how to deal with busy streets, and that's what I hope.
Why did your brain go there? It is
Very
so
nice.
late, guys. We just
Yeah.
What time is it for everybody? For me,
it is
morning.
currently exactly 3 a.m. for me.
It's exactly 2 a.m. for me.
It's 1
Yeah.
a.m. for us.
All right. Well,
That's how
thank you
math works.
everyone for tuning in tonight. And for me, it's morning.
You
So
did a
good morning,
great
everybody.
So good, Lydia. That's so fun.
Very well done.
Thank
so
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
very,
Thank
very
you.
well done. A lot of fun.
Please, please,
Claps.
please join us next week for the finale where we see what happens.
All die.
Check out our socials. Check out our website. Check out our Discord.
You can buy these shirts. You can have Camp Cryptid
Yeah.
shirts yourself and wear
Camp
them.
Cryptid shirt.
You
They
can
look
check them out
amazing.
at my
Cross it like a
store,
podcast.
lydiacrid.com. You can get a Camp Cryptid shirt and match us. I won't forget it this time. So, good luck and Godspeed, Cryptids. We'll see you next time.
That's so clean.
Bye.
That's so clean. Be free.
Be free.